All right, we've all been told that carrots are the magic bullet for perfect vision. But what if that fact we all grew up with is actually a piece of fiction born out of wartime propaganda? Let's dig in. You've heard it a million times, right? Eat your carrots, you'll be able to see in the dark. But is that actually true? Or is it just something our parents told us to get us to eat our vegetables? Well, the answer is a fascinating mix of both fact and fiction. To really get to the bottom of this, we have to go back in time, all the way back to the dark nights of World War II. Because this whole story didn't start as a piece of health advice. Nope, it began as a seriously clever piece of military misdirection. Okay, so picture this. It's the 1940s. Britain is under siege, and German bombers are attacking under the cover of darkness. But suddenly, the British Royal Air Force starts getting incredibly good at shooting them down. I mean, suspiciously good. They had to give the public an explanation, but they couldn't possibly reveal their real secret. And that's when they came up with a brilliant plan. The government launched this huge campaign, plastering posters everywhere, all claiming their pilots had developed superior night vision because they ate a ton of carrots. It was the perfect cover story to hide their brand new top secret radar technology from the enemy. And to really sell it, they created a hero, a pilot nicknamed Cat's Eyes Cunningham. The story was that his amazing night flying skills were all thanks to his carrot-rich diet. It was so simple and compelling that people totally bought it, not just in Britain, but all over the world. And from there, it just got passed down from generation to generation until it became common knowledge. So if the whole supervision thing was just a cover story, is there any truth to it at all? Well, yes and no. Let's get into the actual science of what's going on. Okay, here's the most important piece of the puzzle. Carrots don't actually contain vitamin A, not directly anyway. What they're packed with is something called beta-carotene. It's the pigment that gives them that bright orange color. Your body then does the amazing work of converting that beta-carotene into the vitamin A your eyes really need. Think of your body as this incredible little factory. You eat the raw material, the beta-carotene in the carrot, and then, through a few steps in your digestive system, your body transforms it into retinol. That's the active form of vitamin A that it can actually put to work. It's a pretty amazing process. And this is where the word time myth and the real science finally connect. Your body takes that vitamin A and uses it to create a special pigment called rhodopsin. Rhodopsin lives in the rod cells of your retina, and those are the cells responsible for helping you see in low light. So you can see how it works. Without enough vitamin A, you can't make enough rhodopsin, and that can lead to night blindness. Okay, so let's put it all together and finally set the record straight. What can carrots really do for your eyes, and what parts are just pure myth? Here's the final verdict. So here's the bottom line. If, and this is a big if, you have a vitamin A deficiency that's causing you to have poor night vision, then yes, eating carrots can absolutely help restore it. But carrots are not going to correct things like nearsightedness or astigmatism. They're definitely not going to replace your glasses. And this is really the key takeaway for most of us. In developed countries, a true vitamin A deficiency is actually pretty rare. Most of us are already getting enough. So if your body already has what it needs, eating piles of extra carrots isn't going to give you superhero vision. Your body just stops converting the beta-carotene once its vitamin A stores are full. And here's a fun little side note. If you go way overboard and eat a truly massive amount of carrots, you won't get supervision, but you might get a surprise. All that excess beta-carotene can build up in your body and actually give your skin a temporary orange tint. It's totally harmless, and it goes away once you chill out on the carrots. So if carrots aren't the one-stop magic bullet for perfect eyes, what is? Well, the answer isn't one single superfood. It's about a whole rainbow of different nutrients. You see, real long-term eye health comes from a diverse diet. Leafy greens like spinach and kale give you antioxidants that protect your retina. Fatty fish like salmon give you those crucial omega-3s for retinal function. And fruits with vitamin C help fight off age-related damage. Carrots are a great player on the team, but they're just one part of a much bigger, more colorful picture. And here's a really powerful way to think about it. The exact same kind of diet that protects your heart, one full of fruits, veggies, and healthy fats, is also protecting the tiny, delicate blood vessels that bring oxygen and nutrients to your eyes. It is all connected. So we've covered the science of physical sight, but this whole journey, from wartime propaganda to the details of nutrition, kind of points to a deeper kind of vision, doesn't it? It's kind of a fun thing to notice, right? When you slice a carrot, the rings inside look just like a pupil and an iris. This idea that foods that look like body parts are good for those parts is a really ancient piece of folk wisdom. Now, scientifically speaking, it's just a cool coincidence. A food's benefit comes from its chemical makeup, its vitamins and minerals, not from what it looks like. But it works as a pretty powerful symbol for a much bigger idea. And this, right here, is the real heart of it. We get so focused on the idea of seeing clearly, but what about being clearly? A healthy, balanced diet doesn't just maintain our physical bodies, it fuels our focus, our energy, and our overall sense of well-being. This goes way beyond just preventing disease. This is about truly flourishing. The food we eat literally becomes the building blocks for our brain function, our mood, and our ability to be present in our own lives. A healthy diet doesn't just support your physical vision, it supports your vision for your life. And that's really what this is all about. The story that started as a clever wartime lie actually reveals a much deeper truth. Every choice we make about food is an investment in our vitality. We're not just feeding our eyesight, we're nourishing our clarity, our focus, and our ability to live a fuller, more present life.